Like I don't care at all. And dude, I get like trapped in conversations, and it's like
I'm sure because everyone just assumes, you know.
Well, it spikes conversations with strangers because they're like, "Hey, devil rays are looking good." I'm like, I don't know what the you're talking about, man. Like, do you want to talk about pre-Christian Greece? Like, no, not at all. And I'm like, all right. We're at an impasse then.
Tickets are on sale for KFC Radio Live. Click the link in the bio. Get yours. Come out and hang with the boys. All right, let's do it. We got Matty McCusker in the building.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
First
Sorry,
solo
burp before we start.
solo appearance, right?
Yeah.
What a legend you are, bro.
Thank you, man. You guys are fucking legends too. We're all legends, dude.
I've started listening to podcasts in the last couple of years, despite doing them for like a decade. And I gotta say, you're way at the top of my list, bro.
Thank you, man.
As far as because well, first of all, you're a little bit crazy.
Yeah. That does help.
And
that does help.
You're crazy. You're a dangerous combo of crazy and at least semi-informed.
Thank you.
You know, I don't know like how, like you're just basically like you read books, you know. So you'll like cite a book, and I'm like, okay, this man's smart. And then a minute later, you're spouting off about some shit, and I'm like, it's probably true. I don't know. He reads books. He reads books, dude.
True. Nobody reads books anymore. So that is a massive advantage. It's a secret of podcasting. If you read one book, you can podcast for 12 hours. Where are you getting this from?
If you podcast, all you need to do is if everybody's like average intelligence and the facts that they know and all that shit is here, you got to be like, here. That's it.
Ideally, just
Joe Rogan made $100 million off of just knowing this much more about it. It's everything. Don't get me wrong.
If you can hold,
if you like hunting, he'll tell you a little bit more about it. If you want this science, aliens, and whatever, just go.
Well, it's like if you can hold two opinions in your head, like diametrically opposed opinions, people were like, "What? Wait a second."
Yeah, that helps.
To put my whole life into one thing.
Yeah.
What the hell? Dude, there's two sides of it.
I'm scared of reading books because I think I'd become a monster. Yeah, like I think.
Which are you talking about? One specific book?
No, I'm talking about books.
Talking about mine,
bro.
I don't know what I do with that information.
Dude, I read Joey Diaz's book. He was on last week, and I read his book, and I read it like in a day because he was coming on the next day, so I had to. And dude, I walked around with my chest out for like a week. Bro.
Oh, because you read a book.
I was like, read a whole book last week.
I read a book and I did it fast.
If I did something like that regularly,
you'd be insufferable.
I'd be insufferable, bro. I'd have like confidence. I'd be a better person, but that would in turn make me a terrible person.
The downfall of your life would be reading books.
Yeah. I don't read in order to better my career.
Like we would have like one day we do the behind the music, you know. It's like, and then what happened to Feitelberg?
Dude, he got books.
You know, the books, man.
It is kind of, you do go down rabbit holes, man. Like you go down like really bizarro rabbit holes. And it's also like, I think genetically my body and mind are designed to like move piles of dirt. So I'm like confronting like just systems of thought. My body's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. That's a crazy.
It hurts. It hurts, dude. It really fucking hurts.
Let's really get down to brass tacks though.
Of course.
Still no pornog.
I fell.
You did?
No!
When?
Literally just last week.
Holy
it was
shit!
You were what, 9 months
since August, yeah. Because the audio,
is that public?
I tweeted right away. I said, "Brother's like," because that was really weighing on me. Because dude, for a while, I was going, I could just watch porn and not tell anyone. I was like, no, dude.
The power on wheels like the Lord of the Rings.
Dude, I started getting into like living a double life where I just came out like a fucking like one of those ministers that smokes meth with boys. I was like, I can just keep a secret. I was like, no, I can't. I have to come clean.
But you were still masturbating and shit. You just weren't porn. Okay.
The audio was, I started, because my
and that was, I'll be honest,
it's a
little bit of a loophole.
It is a big loophole.
Because, like, you're still stimulating.
You were chewing Nicorette.
Yeah, yeah.
I was chewing
It's an accepted way to not smoke.
Well, here's when you
it depends on what you're listening to. It might be more like, depending on what you're listening to, it might be like I was dipping rather than smoking.
True.
Because if you're listening to some nasty shit, the problem it's probably just as fucking bad.
What I found out initially is like what happens is you quit porn and then you start using porn memories. You're like, I remember this one porn. So you're using porn memories and they fade. And then it's just like, I can think about anything. And like, well, it's like, well,
9/11.
Like, keep a governor on that. So yeah, then they just put you in like a fucking. It was really just an experiment.
Well, wait, what made you like?
Dude?
I'm so interested in the breaking point. Like I drinking and drugs. It's like I just want to get that high again. I want to get drunk again. You were just like, I gotta watch somebody get fucked again.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of like, for me, it's like an anxiety thing where like I want to go to bed. I'm ramped up, especially if you're doing like stand up, you're doing shows. You get done and you're just like, you're fully just ramped up. You're like, I want to go to bed now, but I can't. You watch the porn, you jerk off. It's like you just took your energy bar down 50%.
Totally, yeah.
So it's like that was the main thing. But I got like hooked on this.
More so than if you just like spank bank and jerked off. Like the porn makes it like
if you're watching, like I forgot
sex with yourself.
Yeah,
you're not masturbating. You're fucking yourself.
You're making noise. Like you're like if you're just
making noise.
Yeah,
bro. When you jerk off in porn, you make noises,
bro.
I have. I'm not saying the whole time, but like I've caught myself upon release going like,
dude. I was just gonna say, jerking off by myself or having sex. I've never come that made me go like this. I have with porn.
Oh.
I've never had the sit up orgasm.
Yeah, like it's like your whole body starts to contract.
I'm over build up. I'm like,
What was the choice?
Yeah,
that would be my problem.
You talk to someone who's like
what I entered back in with?
Yeah.
Tantric JOI. So I entered back in. It was still a loophole. It's this lady who will be like, don't give in to your animalistic impulses.
Right,
so you're in your head, you're like, this is kind of wholesome. So stay with me. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna be, yeah. And then I'm just like, I'm fucking.
I was gonna say, dude, those JOIs, those are like, dude, why is it 20 minutes?
This lady,
well, that's the point, right? The tantric
I'm
shit
gonna break rules fast.
But she's kind of like, because I'm on a big mind over
Is it by any chance the real Roxy Fox? Because she has a lot of JOIs.
There she is.
There it is. If you type in tantric JOI.
I love it. It's more for her mind. That's what I love. I love her mind, dude.
You know what? I'll honestly, I will give this to you. Like, I don't know if this counts. This is so yoga, like, dude. Like and she sits Indian style, and yes, she's naked, but that one's not.
Sometimes she has sex with a partner, but unfortunately, she doesn't even know. It's like she doesn't even wince. If I was behind her, I'd be like, dude, chill, come on,
how about this?
Get into it.
How about this? I'm learning something here. The male dry orgasm.
What is that?
How to learn to have multiple orgasms in a row with semen retention.
I try to do that. That's when there's guys that claim that you can go. You can have an orgasm as a male and you don't spill any seed. And I tried it one time with my wife and was just like, oh, fuck. And it just came everywhere. I try to hold it in while busting it doesn't work.
So you just like kind of clench your asshole basically?
Yeah, I just went full fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I was just fucking. It was a sharp pain. Then I just came.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna. Oh, fuck. Didn't tell her what I was up to.
Trying something different than I paid.
I'm like, I'm trying to get it so I can keep going after. She's like, no, please. I want you to stop immediately. That's the best thing that can happen to her. When I finally come, she's like, okay, thank God.
I mean, this to me, though, this girl, I'm sure there's ones where she's just being a regular, like, porn star.
I don't think there is. But that's the thing. I go down that rabbit hole and I'm trying to find those ones.
Because if I watch somebody just, like, sit there, fucking, like, meditation style and just talk to me about, like, sexuality, that ain't porn.
But you can see her nipples, though.
Nipples, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you've been desensitized.
Grandma's posting nipples for
You've been
Mother's Day.
desensitized, dude. That's the thing.
I totally have been. But, like, it's too late, dude. Yeah. I mean, this, that one, maybe there's a little bit of asshole there. But I'm saying, to me, that was pretty good. But, like, if I was in your position, I'm diving back in to, like, an Adriana Chechik squirt competition gangbang. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going all
with, like, the timer and the ticker and stuff?
Yeah. Have you ever seen the gangbangs where they come inside the girl?
Everybody does?
Yes, and they have a ticker. They have a
that's gotta
and it just like loads inside. It says like loads, and it's like ding, ding, ding. And there's like the 20th dude is just fucking a cum.
That's
is this going
pussy.
up like a Papa shot, like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, and then, I mean, she's just obviously.
I mean, that woman, I do
insane.
think has to be like soul dead because women do have sex differently than men. Like they really, truly do.
Yeah.
I know there's a kick of like, nah, we're just like, we love getting fucked in the ass and skateboarding. It's like, no, you don't. Stop it. Dude.
Yeah, it's like,
I think
it's not the same. Trust me.
It's not. I think it really does every time a woman has sex with a man. It does something. And it's
I
like,
do
if
love
you
that,
had
though, like-
300 loads dumped in you as a woman, there's no way you're just being like, blah, 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 blah.
I'd worry about internal drowning.
True. Like if people drink too much water and die at the amusement
all of a
park.
sudden you're just going, you're coming in her pussy, but all of a sudden she's like, just coming out of her mouth.
It's like when blood starts coming out when someone gets stabbed in a movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it
what
just
the
bubbles
fuck?
up.
Why is there blood in your lungs
All of a sudden
already?
It's just coming out of your pores.
They might have like an EMT on site. Like, you're still good on the comb. We can do 30 more milliliters. Yeah, that was.
How about, have you ever seen, like, I say have you ever seen, I know you've seen, when they do it like in a giant martini glass and then they drink it? And they're like choking.
See, that never appealed to me. People consuming lots of cum.
That was more like a morbid. I'm not like
Look, I'm nowhere to judge. Rabbit hole goes down.
That's a Fear Factor episode.
The rabbit hole for me breaks to the other side, dude, so I'm not in a position to judge.
Have you ever heard
I
the
personally
theory?
just don't like watching people eat cum.
It's that word, bro. It's eat. It was literally like last night. It was like I was just scrolling. I wasn't even watching, just scrolling, and it was like I don't know someone. And it was like eats come off the table, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Well, you know,
like, I'm interested in like.
When's the last time a table got clean? You're like,
not
ew.
being presented as a meal.
It's not quite liquid, bro. Is cum a liquid or a solid? I don't know. It's kind of that
Jello.
in between.
That's a slice scene from the fucking menu, where it's just like people come out, just jizz all over the table. Like, here's a spoon, you fucking pig.
Here's your palate cleanser,
Dude, it is crazy because I remember one time I always loved whenever I used to go to strip clubs, I'd always ask strippers. I would say like, what's like the craziest shit people ask for? Because I'm always curious to know like where I stand on like how fucked up people are.
Yeah.
And there's been two of them who have been like, it's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
There's been two of them, and you could think you're the most like kinked out dude. Nowhere near, dude. There was guys there. I've heard twice where there's been two different people told me dudes would be like, yo, go pee in a glass. I'll give you $500 to drink it, or I'll drink it. I want you to watch me. I want you to watch me drink your piss.
Easiest $500 you ever make.
I know. They would just go and pee. Like they would get their friends,
go.
they'd pee in a glass, fill up a pint glass, and the dude would just they'd have to watch him, and he would chug it at the strip club. So like, you might think you're depraved, but it's like, dude,
you get pulled over on the way home. It's like the fuck you had drinking. Car shit like piss.
dude,
My breathalyzer stinks.
Not a drop, sir.
probably do
I
get
do
high.
have chlamydia in my throat, though.
to be fair, that could just be a deal hunter because you probably get pretty high drinking strippers' piss. You're drinking like half a Klonopin, like 4 lines of Coke. It's like, that lady's an idiot.
Sickler and Segura were just on the pod together, and Sickler was talking about someone he interviewed for when he does the honeydew with his fans on his Patreon, and it was a girl who does dominatrix BDSM type club shit, and I think he said it was like a mayor, like an unnamed like politician of some sort that does that shit where they like shrink wrap your body in latex so you can't move and you just have a mouth hole. And Tom was like, yeah, man, like that the claustrophobia of like just having my mouth like be open and that's it would kill me. And Ryan was like, and then they shit in that hole.
Yeah,
and I was like,
knew that was coming.
Oh, I was about to say the mouth's open for a reason.
I thought it was gonna be, I don't know, for oral sex.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you shut your mouth when the turd comes? Be like,
I think they
that would be
want-
worse.
Just turn off my
Just
face.
sitting on your lips. I'd be like, I'll just eat it. I'll just
But
fucking
you know
eat
what?
it.
That's
sure,
a great
I'd have to
point,
eat it
though.
like, say, like the Land Before Time when that dinosaur eats its way out.
To me, that's a great point because, like, I would think even if you are like, this is so hot, I love this is my kink. When push comes to shove in the moment of truth, I feel like human nature kicks in and your mouth closes.
Oh.
If you can leave your mouth open while you are shrink wrapped to the ground for someone to shit in you, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say.
That man doesn't fear death at all.
Seriously, because even let's say if you're like you're sexting with your girl and you're talking a big game about what you're gonna do, and then when game time comes, you do like missionary for a little bit and then doggy style for a minute and it's over. And you're like, I didn't do any of the shit I was gonna talk about.
As soon as I start doggy, I'm like, I'm done.
Oh, that's the finisher. Like, everybody, that's like the rock bottom. You know the 3 counts coming. You know, and if I can kick out of that, it's a miracle.
It's crazy.
The crowd goes wild. I kick out at 2.5. I'm still going. You know, it's over.
Yeah. So this Jay Lawler's like, what's he doing? What's he doing?
He kicked out. No. But if you're like, I'm gonna come to the club tonight, and like you're gonna shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
And then you do it. It's like, because
think about it all day.
You know, are you one of the guys when you have the post? Do you have post nut clarity? Where you're like, oh, I got to go back to like my kids and my job, and I like that's not me anymore.
Yeah, I have.
Because imagine that if you have a mouthful of shit.
I have walnut like super universal clarity, and then it goes way to like more so like kind of like
universal clarity, meaning like you've solved the world.
Like it all makes sense. Yeah. For like half a second, I'm gone.
I'm Nirvana. Like I've achieved Nirvana.
See, I don't think I've ever had an orgasm then.
He's like, I'll finish the video. Like he's not, you know, like
really
not actually not in reality. But
you're saying you don't have like a come down. You just kind of is like.
Obviously, I go about my day.
I do also wonder if you really have never come though, because you also say that you'll come like 10 times a session, 10 times a day.
Oh, if I have like a hungover Sunday,
yeah.
Like don't get me wrong,
your uncle didn't teach you.
I'm making a mess.
Cum comes out of your dick the 10th time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we have proof. I am fertile. Like I'm.
I'm not questioning your swimmers. We're seeing if they ever escape your body.
You
might be dry gas. You might be tantric.
Hey, I've gotten a chick pregnant before.
True. Might have been immaculate.
But in that case, we have a bigger problem.
Oh my God.
Bro, that's a skit right there. A chick aborts an immaculate conception would be so fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that, like it's modern day. And
but it would rise again.
Yeah.
It would rise again.
3 days later, she's pregnant again.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's funny, dude.
This guy won't go down. Stay down.
So you're a furious masturbator.
What's up?
You're a furious masturbator.
No. In fact,
I guess it's when he was younger, but
in fact,
you're not anymore.
I've posited that. It depends on where I'm at. Like masturbating is a depressed man's game. Like when you're in a good spot.
He says this about. I don't know.
It's an anxious man's game as
say
well.
It about
an anxious man's game as well.
Don't you say you only have sex when you're depressed?
No, but the two go together. I don't think genuinely happy people have to come. I think they're just like, nah, day's good, man. I had a good day. I don't need to fuck. I'm good.
This is where I get. Dude, this is where I get tripped up because you're like, I'll be like, yeah, I don't even need to do that. And then my body, I was like, what is this feeling?
See, mine, I don't get it. I don't get the body high. I get the dopamine. I get like, yo, we're sad.
My body's besieged by like chemicals where I'm just like,
I have to come.
Something has to happen.
Yeah. Talking about, like the not coming, like the feeling of I need to masturbate. I got to get the poison out.
I get that.
I have that. Like we long time ago we had the mantra of like just jerk off before you cheat, before you have a test, before you go up on stage, before you do anything questionable. Come, and then when you're thinking clearly, you'll probably not want to do that thing. Or if you still want to do it, then you know yeah. But if you don't feel that way, I mean, there are times where I'm like I need to pee. Like I need to drink water. I have to come.
I don't feel it. I'll only get it when it's
sometimes you do it all together. It's great.
It won't be from things like that where like I'm stressed or whatever. It'll just be depression. Or if I'm just like scrolling Instagram and I'll be like, oh, fucking goddamn it, Christy Mack posted. And
I gotta take it.
Like that. Like it's just like I'll see a hot chick and get horny.
Yeah,
and that's
it's called a masturbatory episode.
Is that what
you have a masturbatory episode? You see something, you go, I have to masturbate before I can do anything else.
Bro, it's so like it's like one thumb there, and as soon as like she comes up, I'm like, yeah.
When we used to just be bloggers, there were 2 posts.
It's the prime of your jerking off career, dude.
still young enough that you're jerking.
Prodigies, yeah.
Old enough that you're living alone, and now we are working on a blog that had 3 a morning, noon, and night posts interspersed with all of our like comedy The morning was called Wake Up With, and it was just, we had this one dude. His name was Uncle Buck. I don't even know if anyone's ever seen him in person. He would put together, this is pre-Instagram, all that shit, so this sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Back then, he would find like a new model that nobody knew, and he would put together a folder of like 300 of their pictures. And you
Every
just
morning?
wake up with, and you would just like click and be like, oh, look at how hot this girl is. That was almost too horny for me. I never really engaged in wake ups. But there were guys every morning that would be like, yo, where's the wake up? It's like 9 a.m. Where's the wake up with? And this guy, so when we started, I started the New York branch. Dave was like, you can write whatever you want, but you have to have these 3 posts. And the first one's wake up with. I did Megan Fox. I was like, okay. And I put like 10 pictures of Megan Fox on the site, and I got an email being like, this is garbage. He's like, first of all, everyone knows who Megan Fox is. Second of all, like 10, you need like, 50 times the amount. And I was like, I don't know if I'm good for the wake ups. Like maybe he can do these as well. But there was that in the morning. Then noon, the one we did all do, this one was great. We did Guess That Ass.
Should have hit him with Buck Angel, dude.
Buck Angel.
You know who Buck Angel is, right?
Buck Angel?
I don't.
You don't know who Buck Angel is?
I know that. No, who is it?
Buck Angel is a woman who became like, it looks like Vin Diesel. Like Buck Angel looks like Vin Diesel. So it's like a jacked, bald man.
I think this is the girl
with a
the reason
vagina.
I thought I knew it because I think this is when I say we got the answer to our question. The question and answer of the internet was: would you rather fuck the ugliest girl or Vin Diesel with a pussy?
No, it's the hottest
dude,
hottest celebrity, hottest woman, but she has a penis.
Vin Diesel with a pussy. And that's Buck Angel, I think, because I remember being like,
if you check it out, it's a treat. It is a treat.
It's a treat.
Buck's doing, dude.
Buck Angel.
Buck's doing really good things.
Oh no, because this guy, I mean, he doesn't look like Vin Diesel. He's just like a big guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
He's not that jacked.
There's a guy.
Buck's pretty jacked. Don't besmirch Buck. Buck's been working hard in the gym. And
no, he's jacked.
Given Buck started for, Buck had a build. It wasn't the greatest muscular foundation, dude. Buck didn't exactly get born with it.
Buck didn't start with roots.
Bro,
pretty impressive.
You can go to AEISpeakersBureau.com.
Buck will come
and book speakers, and Buck Angel is on there for like engagements.
Yeah, be careful though.
How much do you think he charges? Since Buck coined the phrase, quote, "It's not between your legs it's not what's between your legs that defines you." He coined that. That's what he said.
That's what I tell my wife. I'm like, look, it's not between my legs that defines me.
That is great. I don't even remember.
He coined that frame. He coined that phrase.
That's what he says. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This guy has a what?
Yeah,
crazy.
Dude, Buck's the real deal, dude. Now you have a mental image.
The Guess That Ass was we would find a celebrity like on like the celebrity gossip websites. We would find a hot chick and we would just crop her butt and put it on the site. And then you, after the jump, you would click on it and it would have the celebrities, which ironically ended up getting us sued for like tens of thousands of dollars.
For putting someone's ass on there?
Well, we were using, this is back in the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
We were using New York Post celebrity pictures, paparazzi pictures. And those guys, once we got big enough, they realized we were using their shit without paying for it.
Right.
And they had a backlog of like a billion pictures. And it's something like several $1,000s per picture.
God damn.
Fucking worked us.
Yeah, you said tens. I think it was hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it was bad. Because I think it was like $10,000 a pop. And they were like, you put up 10 pictures on this one post and you did 50 posts. And anyway, so there was that. And then the evening post was we did local smoke show of the day, which again, this is all before Instagram. So we would find we would have frat boys who read Barstool be like, the most beautiful girl in the world is in this sorority. And we would reach out to her and be like, do you want to be like a model on the site for the day? We would just take their Facebook pictures and post them. And so back before you had Instagram, where you realize that there's girls that are like on another level.
Yeah.
These girls were like, you're not in Hollywood. You're not like a starlet. You're just a regular girl.
Yeah.
So as a blogger, we're like 25 doing those 3 things a day, working from home. This is all a very roundabout way to say there was a lot of coming going on. If you were reading our website back in the day, it was one hand here and one hand like cleaning up.
So this is pre-Chive.
This is competing with Chive. Like that was, we considered that our competition in that regard. They didn't have bloggers or personalities, but it was like, if you're looking for chicks and GIFs and videos, like you go to the Chive, we were always trying to be like, also, we got that over here too. But a lot of horny going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of days I went to the door to get my delivery and felt that extra drop of cum fall out.
You had a cold spot in your boxers.
Yeah. Like, damn, thought I got it up here. My bad.
Bro, how about when you like later in the day when you like you're changing, you get in the shower and there's like lint, it's like stuck to the dried.
Bro, how about this? The other day,
acting as glue to the lint.
we're on the
Stop. And you gotta like pinch it off. Oh,
Bro,
man.
the other day we were on another show here, and we're talking about.
This is a vile episode.
This is a very. I'm sorry, my presence is just disgusting.
We're talking about the. Someone was talking about. I've never had that issue. I don't know what it is. I might have a girthy hole, but I never have like that.
Don't brag. Don't fucking brag. You have a sewer hole for
Did
a
you just
pickle.
say girthy?
I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. I never.
It's a manhole, dude.
And here's
There's a crocodile.
Plug in it like a stopper in the bath. You gotta pop that thing in there.
And
Jesus.
Here's how I know. This is it's gonna be. You don't even know about this, and you're gonna be like, Jesus Christ, that happened again. There was.
I wonder if Colleen just blocks this out. No, God damn it.
Girls
did.
deal with like 50%.
Yeah,
worse.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Totally.
We were
depraved.
talking about how like you get the split stream when you get the
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
wind,
yeah.
the
Dragon
and the dried
tongue.
cum.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never get like that. That never happens to me, like the split stream
Yeah.
fire thing. And they were like, how do you know it never happens? And I was like, I actually take great note of it. Because one time
I write it down every day. Every piss. I journal. Didn't happen again. Didn't happen again.
when I was a kid, I was watching Me, Myself, and Irene with my friend's dad, just the two of us. And
Wait.
I don't know where he was. We were at his house, and I was watching.
You're watching?
Oh, wait,
a movie
with just his dad.
Just his dad.
That's fucking bizarre.
Yo,
You should never be alone with another kid's parents without that kid.
yeah.
Watching
He
Rated
was-
You're
R
either
movie
like
too.
fucking the mom or the dad's about to
True.
fuck you. That's weird.
He was probably like this was like one of like he was like an outdoorsy friend, and I was like I like to chill, and so
So you're like a little house.
So
You're a
this
house
isn't like,
cat.
I'm late and I'm coming. I'll be there in a minute. He was
probably,
like, I'm
went
gonna go
out to
play outside.
and I was
So
like,
you were sitting up purring underneath the father, dude. It's like,
Your buddy's outside playing fetch, and you're just. That's
so you're
bizarre.
watching Me, Myself, and Irene with the dad.
So we're watching Me, Myself, and Irene, and there's that scene with Jim Carrey
You guys are sharing a lazy boy.
where he like starts pissing everywhere and then like
Yeah.
wraps himself up in
It's
like
a mirror.
in the shower curtain or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was just like, I don't know, I wasn't laughing that hard because I was so young, I didn't really understand what was
Yeah.
happening. The dad was dying, and I was kind of like looking around confused, and he was just like, "You'll get this one day."
And you never have.
And I so like I'm always every time
You're
I
waiting
piss,
for it to
I'm
happen.
always like, "Fucking, he's wrong. He's wrong." I still haven't
Is he
got
still?
it.
You should call him. Like, yo, dude, just let you know.
Still nothing.
I still haven't sprayed cum all over. I'm sprayed piss all over a bathroom because I tried coming my dick yet.
I did I see on the dozen, wasn't it like a 1 seed of when you guys did everyday things? The 1 seed was like stopping a double spray of pee.
That was So was that was the topic.
But that was like the 1 seed.
Was it a 1 seed?
It was like very high as far as like everyday things you can do. One of those guys on the panel was like, I'm really good at stopping when my dick is
Yeah, I
double spraying.
forget who it was, but it
How
was
good
someone.
could you just fucking-
You got to break through. Yeah, you just
That's what inspired the whole thing.
Whoa.
You know, you might have a girthy hole because I've told you this many times. I've taken note of his stream. Like
It's pretty nuts.
where you can hear it and it goes long, and I'm like, wow, I feel emasculated. But maybe he's just got like a fire hose. Just
Could be.
just
when John pisses, it sounds like this.
Bro, I can fucking piss with the best of them, dog.
It's like a waterfall mist coming off the bottom.
He also said he could piss from. There was tiles in the bathroom. How many tiles? The average square tile.
I can rip.
Away from a urinal, do you think you
I
could
can
hit?
rip. I mean, I would just, I don't know. The average square tiles, I could probably go, green can to the couch. That's
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good.
I think that's realistic. I want to say that
is good. I feel like when John was like, I can go from the TV to the couch. I'm like,
that's what I wanted to say. I was
gonna say from here to that camera.
I mean, what's stopping you from fucking
I'll tell you what, fucking gravity, bro. Like, that's just not happening. I just want him. I'm like, I got to put him to the test. Something's definitely wrong with your bladder, but maybe you can. Maybe you got all sorts of issues.
Yeah, I want to see. TV to there.
We should do that. You know, we've been talking about trying to do some like pay-per-view stuff and paywall stuff.
Certainly pay-per-view.
And we're kind of we're always like we say everything here. We don't hold back, so there's nothing more. Maybe we just do like piss content.
Yeah, it's just you can see
full frontal male nudity. That's behind the paywall. Is full frontal male nudity.
If you did OnlyFans,
yeah,
or whatever, paywall, full frontal nudity, how much money do you think you'd make?
Not a lot, I don't think. If I
if you were to just try to honestly estimate, like, do you think that like a few dudes would sign up? Do you think a handful of girls would sign up? Do you think like
I'd say maybe one pinch of girls would sign up, but I think maybe I get dudes, honestly.
That's what I'm thinking, right? I could probably make money off you guys.
I mean, dudes. I'd have to take the sample of my base and be like, all right. Polls are in.
Focus group.
Polls are in.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any gays in the fan base?
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah. We just had a show at the Wilbur, and there was not one gay person there. I was so devastated.
What? Well, did you like poll or something?
Yeah, we're just like,
gay, you know, I was kind of like, are there couples in the house tonight? You know,
no.
Boyfriends, any girlfriends?
We were talking about Clone Willy.
Oh,
and we were wondering if gay guys would fuck themselves with their own dick. And we asked the crowd, and there was like, everyone's like, I don't know, there's no one gay here.
I was like, can a gay person like speak up? Yeah, it was. I mean, we had 1,000 people. They're all in the
seminary.
We had 1,000 people there. Our show was very openly gay, basically. I was stunned. Yeah. And after the show, there was one girl. She was like, I'm a gay, but I just didn't want to talk.
That's
like, all right, at least we checked the box. You got? Does the Matt and Shane Secret Podcast have a good female audience?
Girlfriends.
Yeah,
women come to our shows like captive. They're prisoners of the show. No, there are a couple that come up afterwards and they're like, "Yeah, I love the show." I'm always like,
we get a lot of
where's your husband, man?
Yeah. We get a lot of girls who are like, I didn't know who you were. They dragged me, but I enjoyed it. I like you now. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's like kind of the best thing you can get is like someone coming in who probably is a skeptical girl being like, these guys are disgusting. Yeah. And then she walks out going, they're disgusting, but they were fun.
Yeah, that does happen. I mean, I was in Denver last weekend, and it is mostly couples, and every now and again, like just a rogue female lady will just be like, I love your podcast, huge fan. I'm just kind of like, all right, goodbye.
We had some girls who were very forward at our last couple meet and greets. How about, did you notice that girl who called you adorable?
No, I don't like that though.
I know. But she said something to me like, you're funny or whatever. Like, I like you. And then she turned to you and she said, can I just say, I think you're adorable. And I think you were kind of like moving on to the next person who was coming. And she basically said like, I think that night we had a bit about like saying like, who in the world would ever fuck us, you know? She was like, can I just say, I think you're adorable? And like when you guys were up there saying like who would fuck you? Like I would. And I was just like, damn. Like, okay. Get off the stage, pervert. I was like, yeah, next. We got a fat guy to take a picture with.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Bro, yeah. That's like, I'm so bad at reading signs. I'm not even talking about just with fans, just with women in general. Like if a woman tells me she wants to fuck me, that's the quickest way to guarantee I'm not fucking you. Like I'm
crazy.
I'll be
dude.
too intimidated.
Such a broken brain engine.
It's also because if a woman comes up to you and says like, I want to fuck you, I'm like, in your head, I am already here. I'm just gonna bring it down. I'd rather you walk off
think that forever.
Keep thinking I'm amazing.
Yeah. I'd rather be somebody's fantasy forever than their disappointment.
Yeah, dude. If I was someone who fucked fans, the show would go down the tube. Like, I listen to that fucking that dude sucked. I've never had a relationship with a woman that ended with, I'm gonna keep listening to that guy's podcast.
Yeah. They might listen though. I feel like they scout. I feel like that's kind of it's a KGB, dude.
Bro.
They're full KGB.
I'll get text DMs from women I dated in high school. It's like, why are you talking about me?
Yeah, they're in the fucking Kremlin, dude. They're all in the Kremlin.
I mean, if you think about like a girl's dream, you could offer a girl a duffel bag of like 50 grand cash or their boyfriend's phone unlocked, and they're taking the phone every time.
Yeah, I would say
they love they just love the information. They just want to know everything.
They're also
if you
very
think,
intuitive.
If you have, I can listen to a 3-hour podcast and find everything multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a treasure trove.
It is.
And they are usually intuitive. It's annoying.
Yeah, you can't. I've just.
I mean, 100% of the time when they say like, "Oh, you want to fuck that girl, don't you?" And you're like, "No, we're just like friends or coworkers." When you break up with her, you fuck that girl every time.
But it's also like it's also like we give them a lot of credit for that. It's also like the hot chick I have a relationship with.
Yeah, no kidding. The super hot girl I see 40 hours a week
in the bag.
Yeah, I fucked her immediately. Yeah. Right. It's like I can't fuck girls that I don't know. You're gonna have to find them somewhere.
True.
Yeah, you're right, but they usually are.
That is a risky business. Fucking women who are totally strangers.
I almost find it's.
I'm saying
risky
like
to
not even introduce yourself.
Oh.
Total element of surprise.
You usually have to have at least one conversation. There's at least one that needs to transpire. It can be a short one, but it's got to happen.
Boo! That's not nice or funny. I'm
Surprise!
sorry. That's not nice or funny. I'm saying that's completely off the table.
You've been married a long time?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you combine marriages, if I married 2 marriages.
Oh, I didn't know you got divorced. Oh, okay.
I've been divorced and then I got remarried. So
when
Combine them,
if you combine them,
pretty
I've been married
solid
for
career.
a while, bro.
how long was your first one?
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, that's like Gretzky and his brother.
Yeah.
You know that stat? It's like Wayne Gretzky and his brother combined for 2,156 points, and Gretzky has 2,150 of them.
They're, in the NHL, there've been a lot of brothers throughout the history of the NHL, and a lot of really good brothers. And the leading point scorers of all brothers are the Gretzkys.
It's just Wayne.
And Brett has 4, I think.
Poor bastard.
How many checks does he have? He probably has more of an
No,
enforcer.
you know who we ended up being the captain of? The Danbury Trashers, that hockey team that they had the documentary on. That was
Was he
run
really?
by the mob? Yeah, he was like their initial big signing to get.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one where the rich guy. Oh, I heard that.
Money
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But the reason I ask is you effectively missed the app era and the no.
I didn't.
You were back in
the
on
first
it?
one dumped me out
Got
into
it.
it, and I just was like, it was
Wow.
dude.
And you did the apps and everything?
Yes.
See, I didn't do it.
Big.
Those
I
things
guess-
I'm just saying because I was
so easy.
completely obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. I was just like,
Really?
And you would fuck them all or meet up with them all, or you're just doing the app for
I've never I can't ever put any rhyme or reason to it. It was always kind of really. It was very regular. I was much like hand in hat, like more please every time. This is going to go well. I'd always
May I have a scoop of pussy, please?
Wow, this is can't wait. This is happening. Oh wow.
Yeah.
But no, it is. It does. Yeah, you can really kind of figure that whole thing out, and it just opens up this weird thing where you're everyone's I'm dating, and people are just fucking a bunch of people. And
Right. That's I never did it. Not out of. I find it to be exhausting when people are I go on 4 or 5 fucking dates a week.
You eventually organically develop a spiel where you're
you're just
saying the
spitting
same
game.
shit.
It's like an act. It's like you're on stage.
It's very
What's
similar.
the deal
to
with this? But I never got in. I mean, I guess I was using Instagram, which is basically just if you're single and using it in that manner, it just becomes a dating app in its own right.
Yeah.
But that's interesting though, because I thought you would have missed it. I don't think I could have handled it. Even if it's going well and you're fucking a bunch of people, I think you do get
it's
warps
inherently
you a little bit.
Yeah, it's inherent because then it's you have to delete the apps to get. You know what I mean? It's just a weird.
That's got to be a weird thing because I've never used them just out of fear. Same reason I don't fuck strangers. I'm they're gonna tell people about this. I can't do it.
What are you wearing a goat's head? And then what are you doing? In the back?
Well, no, you know what? It is funny though because when it blew up, Barstool was kind of getting big, and I feel if you send your opening lines, people screenshot it or whatever. But it's you're gonna do that at some point with a chick.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I got all my online dating in while I was just kicking around.
If
I didn't have any public
that
notoriety,
makes sense. Oh,
I probably would
terrifying.
be a pig.
Yeah.
I probably would have been on that and just fucking.
You can be a complete
because you're just in I just fuck whoever, whatever, keep it moving.
Yeah,
But this was when you a little bit of accountability because it's gonna be people are gonna be I matched with him and he said this and did that and it's well, then I'm only gonna do it with if it's worth it.
Yeah,
the risk.
Mulaney has that line: "Anyone who's seen my dick or met my mom needs to die." And I agree.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard. It's everyone has to. That was my whole obsession with not watching porn. I was trying to see. I was like, how am I gonna wrangle like sexual impulses and be married? It's a fucking lot to do. And most people just quietly fall by the wayside, and it's like, dude, I totally get it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like champion it, and I was like, I won't do porn. Because I'm not like totally against porn. I just ran the experiment, and I was like, all right, kind of got what life's like without it. And I was like, I'm really into that stuff. It's like, it's hard to not watch. It's very difficult.
You're really into porn.
Yeah, it's for me. It's more. It's not. Like, I don't like. I wouldn't go to like the convention and be like, oh
No.
Yeah.
But it becomes like your routine.
It's exactly. It's like it was a very like drilled into like the deepest parts of my brain routine.
Totally.
When you start to break routines like that, you get all this free floating anxiety and shit. And that's what I'm interested in, just like exploring all that stuff.
I can see that very much. I was very proud of you following along with it. I was like, every day I'd see I'm still off the nog. I was like, fuck it.
Well, now I'm on a thing where I'm like, should I continue? Should I get
How
back
long did
on?
you think you were gonna go? In the
A year. I wanted to do a full
wow.
year. I had to make it to August, and I fell. Because then I get in these weird holes where I'm like, I don't have like.
You're
I'm
in
not, like,
recovery, man. It's not
true.
You didn't fail.
Well, I'm
It's
not like puritanical about it. I don't have like a mission. I was like, I'm curious if I can do it, and if
Yeah.
it is, there's a genuine payoff. And then I started getting to the point where I was like, quit coming on like the whatchamacallit. Like I'd have sex with my wife, and it'd be like, bam, and I was like, all right, it's not the best either.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I was trying to find. So I'm trying to find a middle ground. I'm gonna.
She's like, go watch some porn, you fucking prude.
Oh god. So yeah, now I'm just trying to find it from like a functional, because people latch on to like, yeah, that's demonic. And I'm not out for that. I'm trying to find a functional way to move through the world without like my fucking prostate exploding, or me like eating a hooker's ass in Vegas and like
happy medium.
risking it all.
Kreischer.
It could happen.
Bert was in here talking about how he's doing the testosterone shots with
Oh, that must have
Tom,
spiked him
and
up.
he's like, I'm jerking off like 100 times a day. I was like, I don't think I need any more boners than I like have. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess they're getting harder to come by as I get older, but they happen when I need them to happen. And I don't need them. You know what? I've been getting them a lot recently, and I was a little bit nervous to be in the car with you guys. I've been getting them when I'm driving recently.
Really?
Yeah. Thank God. I think my body knew enough to be like, you're with coworkers, keep your dick soft. But if I hit a long road trip, I don't know if it's like the vibration.
No, you were stressed about driving to Boston with us. You're like, I'm gonna get so fucking hard in this car.
You just ride the back.
My brain every time Google Maps with the traffic update, he's like 10 more minutes. God, fuck it.
Damn. You just ride the back like a Chinese emperor to fucking as hard as a rock.
We're gonna stop for gas. Can you pump it? Man? I can't get out of the car. But I don't know if it's just like a little bit of the or just my mind. In the car, your phone's off. You're not.
Yeah.
It's one of the times I'm really just thinking. I don't know what it is, because sometimes it's not like I'm sitting there thinking about porn or whatever.
I hear about people getting them on airplanes a lot.
Yeah.
I want to say there's a reason that I read. Like there's
Your ears
actually,
pop, your dick gets hard. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
you gotta chew gum to get your boner down.
Tomato juice tastes better. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it is. Well, for me, it's like a real interesting. The whole idea is so interesting because like dudes have never been so assaulted from every angle of like porn on the phone. Then it's like chicks walking around, no bras, ass cheeks out. It's like, it is a lot from a sensory body perspective to take in and just try to like, keep cramming it. And dude, you don't realize, especially when you go off the porn, it's like, dude, like it is a big fucking deal to see a naked lady's body.
And
it's just on tap.
It was
dude, you didn't.
the most important thing that could happen to you.
You're like, if you go back like way back for like average ancestors like thousands of years ago, maybe saw 3 naked ladies. 2 of them were probably like mom and sister, and they'd be like, oh shit.
Well,
and then it was like you'd finally get to the bone.
It probably was. I think in the very beginning of time, it was probably you saw everybody naked.
True,
a lot.
all the time. It was locker room,
and then there was like, because you're hunting and just surviving, and
and
it's
then, like the stairs out here. You kind of like can see guys' balls walking up the stairs. Obviously, I honored every woman with flow. I went, ma'am,
have you ascended to the top? I will now go. But
that's a problem, by the way.
Yeah, there is. You really can. I didn't think about it much until you just said it. But you can really snipe it.
I have hunter's eyes, dude. It was periphery. I was just going, oh, Jesus, all right.
So yeah, but back then,
I tried to see guys' balls, though. I was like, damn it, I can't see anything. See, like, up pube, like, nice.
Nice.
When do you think shame set in with nakedness? Like,
Adam
and Eve, of course, but
yeah,
you know,
obviously, day one, but
the Garden of Eden. Because it probably went from like everyone's naked all the time, nobody cares, to like don't ever show anything, to now like if it's not your asshole, I don't even care. We've seen nipples, we see thongs. I think it was all that shit.
Well, they had it like the early church had it kind of like vanquish like paganism.
Yeah,
because like there was like
they're partying naked by the fire and doing fucking
and they had to be like
ceremonies and shit.
And to be fair, it's like, you know, they were like, look guys, we can't run a society based on like just shooting jizz on each other and cutting each other's heads off. So everyone demonizes the early church. They had a good point early on. They were dealing with like really serious shit. We're like, guys, this fucking, I know you think it's awesome to come all the time, but we got to put a bottle in this just a little bit. And they went a little too extreme. This is my inner struggle right now. I'm trying to figure it out, dude. Because they had the Temple of Aphrodite. Like that was the thing when the Catholic Church started. There was dudes that be like, I can go to Catholic Church and watch a guy like with a wafer and shit, or be like, there's a Temple of Aphrodite and I can go have sex with prostitutes and worship babes.
I know one thing.
You could go get the morning dump in real life. You could go and be like, you would go have sex with like hot ladies, and then you would eat. They had like barbecue grills outside. You come out and just munch, because people would offer.
Where is this? Like Greek?
Like ancient Greece. Yeah, they'd offer meat to the temple, so then they would just grill it all up, and the high priests and priestesses would just sell the meat outside as like this vendor.
Fuck and eat.
So you just fucking and munch
good
BBQ.
Business model.
That is a good.
Or you'd go to church and be like, "Don't fucking come." And
yeah, fuck this. I know my choice.
St. Paul did say you could eat the meat outside. St. Paul said you could eat the meat outside the temple. That's fine. So you could munch on the fucking hooker meat, not the hookers meat, but I'm saying like,
the meat with the hookers. Yeah,
that was like a serious problem. People had to confront, and now it's been confronted, and like a lot of that did get stomped out. Where shame is a nasty residual of it, but also like. Imagine no shame at all.
That's you need something to keep you in check. It's almost like hangovers when you drink. Like the hangover is a necessary evil, because otherwise you just never fucking stop.
Exactly.
Every once in a while you run into someone without shame, and you're like, how do you live?
I mean, some of these, you go to Orchard Beach in the summer in the Bronx, and some of the bathing suits. It's just like, how do you?
It's increasing.
Leave the house. Like
you can go to the Jersey Shore. My someone I know called me and was just kind of like, dude, I was there, whole fam, and I'm just
people.
I'm just kind of like,
even if you're hot, to be honest,
like body wise.
Oh, you're saying everyone's letting it spill out?
Yeah. I'm talking about like people. If you're hot and you do it, it's like it's inappropriate, but like I get it. But the people who
I
are
get
like
it too,
disgusting,
actually.
like if I was hot, I would never have my shirt on ever and shit like that. But if like the people who are like truly. Like just ugly, disgusting people.
Oh, you're talking about no shame. I'm talking more so about like guilt. You're talking about no shame. Just let it flow. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess as long as it's not affecting anyone, it's like whatever. But you're talking about like seeing like a person in like super revealing clothing who's also just like not hot as not
it's like don't you say to yourself, oh my god, this
there's a weird appeal.
But
to
they walk around with like the confidence. I'm like, okay.
There can be an appeal to that though, because then you can go like, you do have huge boobs,
and
huge shoulders,
bro,
a huge head.
Probably bench a lot.
I've become a boob guy in later in my life.
You're on the most odd journey I ever.
So you solving this Rubik's cube.
Were you an old school butt guy or what?
Oh yeah.
Legs? What were you? An old school day one butt guy?
Legs.
We've all very much been on the train of like boobs are for kids and asses are for men.
See, and
he's regressing as
I'm the opposite. I think
Benjamin Button over here.
I think there are some things that happen as you become an adult and you mature. And they're like, I was thinking about them just the other day, and they're like,
thinking about boobs.
I was thinking about it was, what inspired the whole thing was fucking what's her name, the Olsen sister, Elizabeth Olsen. Do you see Elizabeth Olsen recently? She was on some.
Boobs?
Pull that up. Elizabeth Olsen was on some red carpet recently where it was just like, Holy mother!
I thought they looked like Gulag survivors
Elizabeth's
for a while.
the sister who like is in Marvel movies and stuff like that.
Oh.
The twins,
Not the twins.
Yeah, the twins are NYU girls smoking cigarettes still. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But
they're
the-
like heroin chic.
Elizabeth
I'm gonna
also
pull up
was on-
Rosebud Baker instead and look at her giant tits. What am I? The Guardians maybe? No, that's Civil War. What was she in?
I forget. It was just some low cut thing, and I was like, "Oh."
I'm gonna write Elizabeth Olsen tits. I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, yeah.
No, it wasn't. I mean, that's there. But I was thinking about other things that just like happen when
that
you're like,
can't be real.
That's
Let me
the
see.
one
Let
right
me
there.
see.
That cannot
That's
be
the
real.
one.
That's not real. We would know if that's
That's the other
no
Olsen sister?
fucking way.
She was in a basement of the Full House the whole time,
Guess
dude.
what? I got 2 new converts over to my fucking church right now, don't I?
No. This says deviant art. That means it's gonna be.
Oh, you
like,
fell for AI, dude.
Yeah, you got AI. You know what?
Never mind, I'm out.
It's coming for all of us.
He's been talking about AI is not gonna. It's gonna be fine. You just got got.
I've
You got got
always-
by the Pope and fucking tits.
I've
man.
always said you can get me, and then once I know I don't care anymore, now I'm off the
Fair
Elizabeth
enough.
Olsen train.
Are they? So that's not there. First of all, I'm blown away. There's another Olsen sister. I didn't know this, so that's big news.
I think when I first found that out,
and she's killing it. She was in Marvel Vision, WandaVision,
Man,
and
she just really sat
she's in
back.
that
yeah, right.
Yeah.
She waited. She just fucking. She's like
What was
laying
the
on
other-
Bell
by
in the
all
gap.
accounts, she seems like a normal functioning. She does interviews and
Well,
she's
she wasn't
very,
exploited as a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
John Stamos didn't try to get her fired when she was 2.
you hear that
Did he
story?
really do that?
He was like, it was kind of in a joking manner on the podcast that he told, but I think in real life it probably wasn't. He was like, get this fucking kid out of here. Like, she's crying too much. Like, we can't do this. And then the other person, they had like a stand-in or whatever, like a understudy, whatever you want to call it. And he was like, never mind, this one's worse. Bring back the other ones. But like, who knows? It could have been like, I can't, as a father, could you ever see yourself like bringing, she was a baby.
Yeah, dude.
We're not talking about child actor. She was like a goo goo gaga baby.
Yeah, dude.
And bringing them to set and being like, here you go. Like as I was watching that video clip, they had photos on the screen, and it was like John Stamos with his shirt off, posing with Michelle Tanner for a photo shoot. And I'm like, that's not your fucking niece or daughter in real life. That's my fucking kid. And you're just a Hollywood star taking half naked pictures with my kid.
Yeah, but
that's fucking weird.
It's
And
also
like,
not
but also
a-
cut the check.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a tense environment for a baby too, because
Yeah.
you're on set and everyone's bustling. It's like human sacrifice, dude. You're like sacrificing
the
your
studio
kid.
audience might be going, oh, but the director's going like, God, we got to do it again. Fuck this.
Especially if he's like, this baby's crying way too much.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
baby's
right. It's like you
completely
hired a
stressed.
baby.
There's lights blaring its face.
We're doing a show about about a family. There's got to be babies.
Gotta be a
Yeah,
baby.
the
I
whole
do get it.
man
I would
about
be
it.
like, shut that baby up. But
Also, are they going according to the baby's nap schedule too? Like the baby's napping.
That's what
They're
I'm
being
thinking.
like, well,
It's like-
let's halt the production for another hour. We'll wait. They're being like, get the fuck up.
At that age, it's like, a bottle at 11, a nap at 12, another bottle at 1.
Yeah.
Like, there's no time to be an actor. It's crazy.
Yeah,
My
it's fucked.
day's full. I guess that's why they had 2 of them. It's like, well, this one's napping, this one's on stage. And
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they
Slop
just
them,
can do a quick shot. But yeah, if he's saying like, yeah, babies are crying all the time, it's like, Jesus Christ.
kidding, dude.
Meanwhile, Bob Saget was like, the Jews. It's so funny. He was the most offensive guy. Is he dead now? Is he dead?
yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I
he
mean, he
died.
was-
Man,
That
what
was
a-
weird though. He was offensive with his humor, and then people like all of a sudden took it to mean. I think they were so like surprised by the fact that he was this Danny
Yeah,
Tanner,
yeah.
and then he was on stage talking about porn and shit. It's like, well, one is a literal actor, like a
Yeah.
literal fake role, and the other one is him on stage. He's probably somewhere like in the middle, like the rest of us, where he can
Yeah.
behave like a normal person in front of children, but he also likes to fuck a little bit. Like,
Yeah, true.
these people
He
were
was
like,
on
he's
the
a
show.
pervert. It's like, no, he just.
I would have paid for him like a private thing for him to give me like a DJ talk. You know, when he like comes up, he's like,
Yeah,
Deej, and
on
you're in
one
the
knee.
bedroom. Yeah, I'm on the bed like they're just being so fucking mean.
dude,
to me.
he kind of so he came on the show a few times, probably like 3 times, and he sent me a DM once after we like sold out some show, and he was just like, I want you to know, like, I'm really proud of you. Like, it was
really nice dude.
That's really nice.
He's
Got a
one
Danny
of the
Tanner talk.
He's one of the few
did.
guests we've had like who like kept in touch and stuff like that, and it wasn't over the top. It wasn't like we had any real relationship. But I was like, dude, that was really nice, Bob. Thank you very much for saying that.
Go write a song about it.
Yeah.
Make a little acoustic tribute to Dead Bob.
That was one of those ones too when he died. I was like, was like, I could tweet this out and be like, he's a really nice guy, but then it was like, well, that's making the death about me.
I know.
So I just didn't.
Yeah.
Saved it for a podcast
that was
5 years later.
That was the first
Good
one.
move.
That was the first
Like the
one
other
where I
Olsen
remember
sister.
being like, I remember being like, I could actually do one of these, like, share a nice story about him because he's, knock on wood, we haven't had anybody else die.
Yeah.
But I think I did do it, but because I was like, I overthought it this way, that way. I'm like, just fucking do it,
Yeah.
But anyway, I know you got to get the shit.
Yeah, it gets dropped from everyone's minds anyway. I'm like, should I? It's like people will forget.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like it's like when people, when some people don't want you to know their birthday. It's like, it's your birthday. Just say it's your birthday.
Why do people not want to?
You know what I mean? Like when it's like you don't want to be known.
Certainly,
as the
I've
person
never
who
heard a woman
celebrates
do
your
this.
birthday.
I've never heard of that before. I'm usually
definitely not
reminded to
coming
the
from the
point.
women.
Usually mentally bludgeoned by the fact.
Birthday month. Fuck out of here.
Dude, by the way, before we let you go, I went to the Eagles game with your brother.
Oh yeah, we got to talk a little
Big
Billy
Bill.
McCusker real quick.
Yeah.
Big Bill.
Wait, I texted you about this, but we met someone at the bar who talked about the McCusker compound, as they called it. Did you
Yeah.
guys call it that, or the neighborhood called it that?
It was called. People would be like, "It's a compound." Then we adopted that for ourselves. After people were like, "Oh, you live in a compound?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess it is a compound."
It was you, and then like your uncles and cousins and shit were like next door.
Yeah.
Attached
So
houses
it
or
was
something like
it was. So my dad and my dad's brother bought land, and they just built two houses, and it was kind of
that. This is
rural.
in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, and eventually it was in Delaware County, it was in Garnet Valley, but then it got like people started developing there like years after we had been there. So it was just a house, my dad, 6 kids, and then my cousins, his brother, and they were both 1 of 10 kids, by the way. So then my dad had 6 kids, his brother had 10 kids, and we just lived on this like plot of land.
One woman, one mom,
Yeah.
10 kids.
Yeah, man.
She was either pregnant, feeding, or taking care of kids for like the rest, like her whole life. Just like a never-ending.
Dude, and historically, women have been pregnant or rearing children for about
half their life.
over half. Yeah,
Holy.
yeah. Historically, that's been
Christ.
yeah. It's pretty nuts when you think about that.
Okay, so and
then
so
most of
Billy
them
was
would
in
die
that
in
mix.
childbirth. So Billy was
yeah.
in. So we all just it was just 16 kids running around this like plot of land, like a rural area.
But it's like it's 16 McCuskers,
Yeah.
not 16 kids. 16 McCuskers. It's an
Mutants,
important
dude.
distinction.
Mutants.
Yeah.
But it was Billy. I forget what Billy does, but he came and he had the work boots on, and
Yeah, he was doing demolition, or he was doing trash. Yeah,
he had the jeans on. He was what like I think what men want to picture men as, where he's just tough, and I was like, oh, I bet he's a big football guy. And I was like, what do you think about the Eagles this year? It was week 2. It was Monday Night Football. We went with like Shane, fucking O'Connor, all that. And then Billy just looks at me and he just goes, dude, if you can name more than 3 guys on a football team, you're gay.
When I heard that,
it's mutants.
it's like he's such a man. He's so tough that sports is gay. Like that's incredible.
It was like an eye-opening thing. Where I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's right. Men don't care about sports, dude. It's like it's boys who
I'm
want
busy
to be
earning and
who are like big into
It's
sports.
only because our dad didn't watch sports.
Yeah.
So we just never got exposed to it, and like
Right.
we just people are like, "Yo, how the Phillies looking?" I'm like,
I don't
I have
fucking
no idea.
care. Yeah.
It's like I support you and enjoying it, and I'll watch it with you, but I don't give a fuck at all. Like I don't care at all. And dude, I get
Good way
like
to
trapped
be,
in
bro.
conversations, and it's like
I'm
I
sure
get.
because everyone just assumes,
Well, it spikes conversations with strangers because they're like, "Hey, the fucking Devil Rays are looking good." I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Like, do you want to talk about pre-Christian Greece? Like, no, not at all. And I'm like, all right. We're at an impasse then.
This relationship will go no further. All right, we wrap up. This is a new thing we're doing. Can you give us, and I think you're going to be a good candidate for this, I hope. Can you give us a fun fact?
Ooh, a fun fact. Spiders. Do you know spiders nurse their young on milk? Yeah, spiders.
Spiders produce milk?
Spiders produce a milk-like substance.
They got titties?
Yes, and they nurse their many.
They're little baby
spiderettes.
spiders?
Yes, you know that.
I do not.
You had that just right.
My
was gonna say that.
my cousin called me the other day and hit me with it. He's like, "Dude, you know spiders milk their young?"
Imagine
Why-
you're like, oh, it's
Shout out Hoss. Shout out Hoss, dude. Hoss hit me up.
so fucking funny.
Spiders milked it.
Like the only thing he said, like that was the
that
reason
was
he
all
called
we had to talk about. Yeah, that was on the docket, dude.
It's one thing if it's like, yo, we got to plan the family reunion. Oh, by the way, I saw this thing on TV. Just to be like, spiders milk their young.
He hit the line. Thank God he did, because I don't know what else I would have said.
Really? I feel like you would have a bunch of them.
Could we consume it? Could we consume it?
You could probably drink spider milk.
Spider milk?
What do you think is
Well, it'd have to
venomous?
be a fucking massive spider to produce enough for.
But what if we
human
just killed
to-
a bunch of spiders and drink their milk?
But I'm saying
get them
like
pregnant first, then
like
kill
like a.
That's a more difficult task. I killed a lot of spiders in my day. I haven't fucked one yet.
Ew, a wolf spider.
All spiders do this.
I think only a certain amount, but I'm not sure. I think there's
So is a spider a mammal?
It's not a mammal
because it
it's
has
a
eggs.
non-mammal, but it
But it
produces
does
milk.
eggs.
Yeah.
It does milk.
Pretty crazy.
And the big ones or the small ones? Because that's what I was saying. Like a small one would make like a drop of milk. So
Yeah.
like those ones in
But if
Australia,
we- babies
it's like
are so
turning
tiny.
out a fucking 16-ounce can.
If a fucking almond's making milk, like
Yeah, don't even get me started on that. I don't know how that shit works.
why
How do you get from a fucking almond to a glass of milk? I don't get.
Why haven't we explored spider milk?
I'm not drinking spider milk.
I would drink spider milk.
That would be nasty, dude.
It's 4 times as nutritious.
What? Yeah, here's the question. The question is, if I drink it, can I?
4 times the protein
Will I become Spider-Man?
Sugar typically found in cows.
and 4 times the sugar too. I bet it's just delicious.
Oh, it's
And,
so
and
good.
so you can do people though? Like, is it a thing? Like, are you looking at people like pictures and videos of them drinking?
I'm gonna be just fucking tweaking spider nipples.
milk anything,
You
right?
know when they get like the venom out of a
milk me.
spider? I just got
Oh, that's a
two
male spider.
fucking-
God damn it.
Two fucking milkers
Not for
hanging over a
humans.
glass.
Not for humans.
Not for humans.
Oh.
Like humans can't drink it.
Yeah, it says, well, there's a recommendation, do not drink it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I get a lot of those
There's a lot of
recommendations in my line
protein.
work.
Yeah, I was like, come on. Oh, it expired. I'm drinking. All right, brother, go do the podcast,
Dude, thank you guys. man.
Thank you so
Matt's
much,
gonna head
man.
over to do Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, which you can find everywhere, and the
Yeah.
Patreon, of course.
Yep.
And you're out on the road.
Yeah, I'm doing a special. I'm gonna do a
Oh, nice.
special.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna record it June 1st and through
Oh
the
shit,
3rd.
coming up.
Yeah,
Where
timing worked out perfectly.
Where is that?
I'm gonna do it in Philly at Helium. So,
Okay, are tickets available for that?
Yeah.
Okay,
MattMcCusker.com
Go
/dates.
MattMcCusker.com. You can watch and record a special. I'm sure it's gonna kill you. It must have been a fun few years for you.
Yeah, it's been a
I
blast.
mean,
It's
I'm
getting
sure as soon
more
as
and more
Shane
fun.
popped, it was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that
this
was
is
like
gonna work now. Like this
that was
podcast
surreal
is-
for a while. That was
Yeah.
kind of like because I'm used to things just like completely exploding in my face. So I was like, it's coming, and then I was like,
Yeah.
might
Were you doing
not.
like a day job and then
Yeah, I was painting. I would paint houses, and then
and you were doing comedy in the podcast, kind
Comedy
of just like
podcast.
making a little extra cash.
a couple little side hustles,
And then
here
all of a
there.
sudden it's like
yeah, no,
number one Patreon and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Crazy.
I went, whoa.
Good for you guys, man. That's incredible.
Thank you, man.
All right, bro. See you next time. All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.